shit sits like that. Sorry, I guess this can. Yo, what's good? Um, I'm on Instagram too, yo. There's somebody on Instagram yet though. But yo, what's up? Oh boy. Uh-oh. What it do? What it do, bro? Yo, big homie. Yo, let me tell you a crazy story, bro. This is a crazy story, but it's totally true. So, like, okay, Kyrie Irving is all in the news. Let me move this camera too for a second. So Kyrie Irving is all in the news about him finally understanding who he is as a person and trying to delve into our history to get a better understanding of our current dilemmas. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? So I'm actually doing a dual stream. I'm on YouTube Live right now. If you want to go to the YouTube channel and check us out over there, you're more than welcome to. I'm about to tell this crazy story, right? I'm telling a crazy story. You want to hear this? I'm telling you. So, Kyrie Irving has been in the news a lot lately. Wait, I can turn this off for a second. And so everybody's been seeing these posts and all these little snippets of his interviews about, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of he's saying a lot of things similar to Kanye West, but he's saying it in a different way. He's being more respectful in his tone, and he thinks out his words a little bit better. And so just by him being all up in the news lately, yo, my girlfriend, or the last clip he put out from his Instagram, we watched it, and he was talking to millennials or whatever. He was like, this message is going for people who were born from like 80 to 96 or some shit. He was saying like that generation. And so he put out this message saying we just got to do better, we got to try better, and we got to make things work. And so, like I said, him being in the news so much lately, my girlfriend just by happenstance, went to his Instagram page, and I guess she wanted to like, let me see what this dude really be posting. Why is everybody hating him so much? Let me see what kind of stuff he posts. So she's scrolling through Kyrie Irving's Instagram. Now, she didn't tell me that she was on his Instagram. She stopped. She looked at me. She's like, babe, is this your painting? And I looked at her phone. I was like, yeah, that's one of my old paintings. And she was like, yo, Kyrie Irving shared this on his Instagram. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Whatever. And then she's like, no, for real. And I look, and she's like, look, it's his name right there. I'm like, man, that shit probably some dummy account or some fake ass account. She's like, nah, I got the blue check on it. I'm like, okay, so the blue check really validates an account? She's like, yeah, that's his real account. I'm like, you dead ass? She's like, yo, dead ass, this is his real account. And so I looked at that shit. And she got like 7 million followers and all this shit. And I'm like, yo, that is my fucking painting shared. And you know what? That shit he shared it in January of this year. Like January, it's almost a year ago now. I was like, damn. Okay, he didn't tag me in that shit. So I ain't never know. He shared one of my paintings, yo. And oh, but that's the whole story. Kyrie Irving shared a piece of my art. That's the punchline. But I still thought that shit was dope as fuck. And then just to find out by coincidence, like I would have never known that shit. If my girlfriend didn't go to his page and like look to see what he was posting, I would have never did that shit. I don't follow celebrities. I don't watch sports. Period. Like I'm an artist, not an athlete. Sports are not my thing. I couldn't honestly right now. I couldn't tell you what team Kyrie Irving played for. I don't know. I know he a basketball player. I don't know what fucking team he played for, who the coach and all that good shit like that. But oh, I did. I tagged him and I shot him a DM like, yo, bro, thanks for sharing my art. And I shared a link for my current museum exhibit, and hopefully he'll check that out and see like some of the newer stuff that I'm doing because like the painting he shared, I did that shit in like 2011, 2012. That painting like 10 years old. I've produced a lot of work in the last 10 years, and I think that I've gotten progressively better with my technique and my concepts and my message. And so I don't know if someone like that who has you know some level of influence uh, appreciates my art, that's pretty dope. But then at the same time, that's why I don't follow really like to follow celebrities because they just regular people too. They just happen to have a good job or chosen a different career path, but they just a motherfucking person. You know what I'm saying? You just a man, just like me. You gotta take a shit every once in a while, and goddamn, if you don't brush your teeth, your breath gonna stink too. So ain't nothing different. But I think it's funny like how we came across that though. I thought that was like the coolest thing. Just by happenstance, you go on Kyrie Irving's, my man Dan. You go on Kyrie Irving's uh, Instagram and just see some shit like that was pretty cool. Now, like I said, if I get him to see some new shit, because I'm not in complete disagreement with his arguments. Y'all know I'm not religious by any means, so all of that Hebrew, Israelite, tribe of Judah, chosen people from God and all that, I can't get in all that. That's awesome, bro. Who is Kyrie Irving? That's the same thing I said before like all this news and shit came out. Like, who is this guy? He's a basketball player. I guess he got asked some questions during an interview because he shared some documentary. Yo, my man, what's good, bro? Because he shared some documentary called From Hebrews to Negroes, and I guess it's supposed to tell the story of how we got to where we are after we were the chosen people or whatever. I don't know. I never seen a documentary. I'm just speculating. But yeah. So some NBA basketball player shared a thumbnail of a documentary that he watched, and some people started cranking on him because they said, "Oh, it has anti-Semitic views in it, and this and that," and then he got questioned in an interview about the documentary. He's like, I'm not promoting this or nothing. But he did say one thing that I actually shared. He said that once I started to read, I realized who I really was. And he said, reading is a superpower. And yeah, he shared one of my paintings. Go to my stories. I keep reposting it in my Instagram story. But go to my story, you'll see the painting. It's actually a painting I did of my nephew. And one weekend, I taught my nephew how to play chess. And in a couple of days, this motherfucker already checkmated me. Now, I'm not the best chess player in the world, so it may not seem impressive to some people. But I know the rules of the game. I know the fundamentals. And so I taught my nephew the rules of the game, and like he was really into it. And so we played chess a few times a day, every day for like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then like Sunday evening, this motherfucker really checkmated my ass. And I wasn't being light on him or like trying to give him no leeway or nothing. Like I was playing, and he was playing, and he won. I was like, damn. In a few days, you already done beat the teacher, so that's what's up. And so I told him to hold that pose, and then I photographed him holding the piece that he used to checkmate me with, and I wound up painting that. I painted that picture, and the title of it is called Checkmate. And so, like I say, that was like 10 years ago I did that piece, and I don't know where he saw it or where he shared it from, but yeah. So he shared that, in January. I was like, damn. Only if you would have tagged me, my nigga, shit would have been different. I had somebody ask me like, why aren't you a millionaire for your art yet? I said because a millionaire ain't bought one of my paintings yet. Yo, once the first millionaire buys my art, then all the other millionaires are gonna think it's cool and trendy. Then they gonna buy the art, and then you know, that's how. At least in my mind, that's how I envision it should work. It should be that simple where, okay, you know some millionaires, okay, you can be a millionaire too. They say you are a combination of the five people you hang around the most. So if you hang around five doctors all the time, you're probably a doctor. And if you hang around like five engineers all the time, you're probably an engineer. Oh, I gotta go, Instagram. I gotta take this call. I'll get with y'all later. Oh, I thought it was a call, but it was a text message. My homie had to text me something real quick. All right. But y'all see, we still working on the feet painting. My bag. I thought I was getting a call. I was getting a text message. I gotta have a spicy chocolate. What's up? I gotta have a Zoom meeting this afternoon. Try to figure some shit out. I'll be doing a oil painting workshop this Saturday at the Everhart Museum from 11 till 1, I think. It's 2 hours. So this should be fun. So I got to talk with the museum and like iron out the last few details about that, and then got to do some Black Scranton stuff, and then also this weekend, one of my good friends is coming up from Atlanta. He's originally from Philly, but he wound up moving down to Atlanta like fuck Philly. But when I got my museum exhibit, I was telling him about it. He was like, bro, I gotta come see that shit. I was like, man, you ain't gotta come all the way up here. I can send you the link and you can see the whole shit, through a digital tour. He was like, man, fuck a digital tour. I'm about to come in person and see that shit. I'm like, well, shit, that's what's up, my guy. And so my homie will be here. I think he flying in Thursday night. And so Friday we'll definitely be at the museum and checking out the exhibit and stuff. And so this should be a pretty dope weekend. Then I'll probably ride out to Philadelphia on Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, if y'all, I might have to do that, bro. I'll break up through. Yo, Dan, if you got a few minutes, I made a new beat yesterday, bro. A 10-minute beat. I'm starting to hate myself too when it comes to these beats, man. All my beats sound the same. I don't know why I'm stuck in this little pigeonhole that I'm in right now. But I like the same sounds, like, or similar sounds. I keep telling myself I need to do like some ska shit, like with a bunch of horns or something in it, or like something with like heavy guitar riffs in it. I just be on that 808 beat pad, bump, 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 doing the same old boom bap beats over and over with the synth pad and vocals in the back. I'm so redundant on it, but I did make a new one, like a little 10-minute beat. That shit sound pretty tight though. I forgot to bring my iPad up here. Also, guys, I am on YouTube. If y'all want to go to my YouTube channel, it's just a wider view. Like the camera has a wider view of the studio. But let me run downstairs and grab my iPad. This shit gonna take like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Bro, this the first day of the year. I had to turn the heat on today, yo. And they sent out a email earlier this year like, your gas bill will increase slightly due to blah blah blah. We're gonna rape the fuck out of you because we can. And got a letter from the electric company. You will be charged extra per kilowatt unit because we're fucking all of America this year. And it's like, fuck. And I got a big ass house, man. I've been really trying to hold out on turn that fucking gas on. Okay, that shit gonna be expensive. One of my coworkers has like an old farmhouse. She say she heats their house with oil. And she say her shit is fucking super expensive. What up, everybody? What's good? At least you got a letter. Yeah, at least they warned me before they just sent me a fucking super duper big ass bill. Like, but on average, like my gas bill is probably like $400, like 370, like 370, 380, something like that for the winter time. But it's only for like a couple months out of the year because we don't really burn that much gas in like spring and summertime. But wintertime, shit. All right, so I made a new GarageBand beat, a little 10-minute beat. Let me ride this thing real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Then we're gonna apply some paints to the palette. And we're going to start working on the skin tone for this piece. So I already went over the fabric. Oh man, look at them shadows. Damn, that shit look good right now. I ain't gonna lie, yo. So far this is my favorite part, just right here, where this crease and fold comes from the highlighted area into the shadow. I really like that. Just that. And this part of the shadow looks really good now. So for a couple of days, just been working on the fabric, trying to get those creases and folds and wrinkles, and like I said, get the shadows to look realistic. So I'm really satisfied with this part right now. So now we're gonna work our way forward, and we're gonna mix some colors for the skin tone, and we're gonna start detailing this foot first, and then we'll work our way over. And to the front, we'll do this foot, and then we'll do the strawberry last, and then we'll go back one more time for final details, and then we will have another addition to the foot series. So this should be a nice one. I'm really liking this piece, man. Really having a good time with this. Like I say, everybody, I am currently live on YouTube. I got some weird sex bot in here right now, but if you guys want to go to the YouTube channel, you get a better field of view of the studio. So this is going to be my next piece. I'm working on that. I'll show you guys that up close in a minute. But yeah, so next, get some paints on that thing and get these brushes wet. But I need a 1 out of 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, on this 10-minute beat that I made, if I can find it again. Alright, the name of it is No Name, because I'm not as creative as some people may think. I came for the hot girls. I bet you did, bro. Like I say, I made this beat in 10 minutes. Yo, honestly, for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it like a 5. Honestly, that's my own opinion. I don't know what y'all would rank that. If y'all even like that one at all or not. But for me, what I'm saying, I give it a 5. I give it a 5 out of 10. It's an okay beat. Like I listened to it. Well, we listened to it just now for over a minute, like 2 minutes, and I didn't want to shoot myself in the face. If you can listen for anything for 2 minutes without wanting to commit suicide, it's not that bad then. It's not that bad. I can survive. So I feel like that's an okay beat. It's like right there in the middle somewhere. You know, it's not great. It's not a great beat. I don't mind. I don't mind listening to. I mean, you can play that shit. I ain't gonna like that shit. Don't make me want to freestyle. How's tricks, buddy? I haven't seen notifications from you for so long. I remember back in the day when PS4 hadn't been out long and you used it. Hey, bro, shit ain't never changed, man. I'm still here doing the same thing, bro. Still here doing the same old shit. It's consistency, man. When you not motivated, stay consistent, and some shit'll pop off, man. Now I got TV shows, and I got museum exhibits and interviews and stuff going on, man. Shit different now because I love art, and I think I'm really good at art, and that's the only thing I want to do. So I just stay consistent at it. And if you come up with like if you can express an emotion or a situation in a certain way where it resonates with somebody else, then other people will like your art. And then you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for, to add to the human story. Will history remember everyone? Will all of us be written down and studied about in university? No. No, we're not. We're not all Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King or Gandhi or all these people. We're not. And history will forget the majority of us. But that doesn't mean that we don't have a role to play. We all have a role to play, and that is to push mankind as far towards civilization as we can possibly be. For everyone to be civilized and to live harmoniously on the one sustainable planet that we have right now. And so, no matter what it is, if you're able to produce anything that's creative, it's your duty to share that with the world. And art spreads awareness, and art spreads information and education, and art spreads love and kindness, and art brings us together. That's why you don't have to speak every fucking language on the planet to know when somebody is singing. You know what a song sounds like if it's French or Dutch or African or Vietnamese. You know the difference when someone is talking and when someone is singing. And everybody laughs damn near the same. You know? So art has that same transcendent ability to circumvent language barriers or cultural barriers or ideological barriers. He said has the PlayStation gaming device. Yo, no lie, that shit is hot though. And there was one, damn, what that game was. Um, was it Watch Dogs Part 2? Yo, just the theme music to the entry on Watch Dogs Part 2 is the shit. And the ending credit songs for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Oh my god, that's such a good song, yo. Man, you got the Ragnarok. I ain't even want to watch no gameplay. I almost YouTube like Ragnarok gameplay, but I was like, I'm not gonna spoil it for myself because I really think that might be the next game I buy. I gotta beat the last God of War first. Damn this camera though. Man, this camera holder does not like company, man. When people come in here, this shit just be flipping off and slouching down. Motherfucker don't be on the job. You know what I'm saying? Camera don't even be on the job. Alright. So yeah, nice little 10-minute beat. 10-minute beats. So I think um let me put some Naples yellow on here. Alright, if I throw this Naples yellow down, I think I might be ready to start painting something. You know what I'm saying? I might you know, I might be ready to with them brushes. Might be ready to throw down. Oh yeah, I think shit, I'm out ready. I'm about ready to fuck these little goblets of paint up. I'm about to smear all these motherfuckers together. Watch. Ooh, that's my favorite part. Like the breakdown. Let me just play the breakdown one more time. Enough of that. Let's find this brush. So what brush? Oh, that's too high. level. Then actually, I might start with this brush. There we go. Alright, found my brush. So, as I have previously mentioned, I am currently on. Is my government name. If you go to YouTube and type in Travis Prince, I'll pop up somewhere to the top, more than likely. There are a lot of Travis Princes out there. I thought my name was unique. It's not as unique as I thought it was, man. It's not. But so yeah, for my Instagram buddies, if y'all want to stay in the studio with me, man, and chill for a little bit longer and listen to some of these ratchet ass beats I be making on GarageBand for a minute while I fuck around with the skin tone. So we're gonna start here and bring it on down. You know, start here, bring it on down with some skin tone. So if you want to get like free art lessons, or sit around and watch paint dry, I'm your neighborhood Bob Ross. So we are live on YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch y'all over there. Thank y'all for chilling the stream, chilling with me in the studio for a little while, listening to me rant about whatever the fuck I was talking about. And you guys are always lucky because I never save my live streams. I always delete them. So if you're here, you catch it. If not, you never knew this shit happened. But I always save my YouTube channel. So if you do want to check some shit out, definitely go to the YouTube. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace. Alright, YouTube. It's time to focus on this. Focus on it. I'm done, it. I'm blooded, boy. Get it. Just focus on it. Alright, so YouTube, the up close. Ooh. Man, look at that shadow right there. That shadow is so nice. I'm really digging that. You see how the shadow look so shadowy? That's what I was going for. And the shadow underneath that foot right there, you see how it looks like a shadow? It that's what I was going for, man. A shadowy looking shadow. That little part right there, that wrinkle right there, that shit is bomb. Alright, so we got most of the white part done. So now we can focus on some skin tone. Oh, let's focus on some skin tone. Grab these paints up. Oh, that ain't work right. Why must you act like this, camera holder? Now. Alright. Now I'm not sure if you want to listen to some more beats. I want to listen to some beats. I'll put something on some YouTube. I don't mind listening to some YouTube podcast or something. Let's see how this is gonna play out. Whoa now.
Chappelle is crazy, man.
I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I'm just telling you. I've been honest. This is just what I saw. It's a lot of juice. Like a lot.
This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go down to our featured item. Right now, we still have the whiskey glass. We're getting ready to sell out. I think we only have a few of these left. So if you want the Let's Go Brandon whiskey glass, go ahead and get it. Let's go down to some of our new items. We have a bunch of new items coming out. Love It or Leave It is our best hoodie. Best-selling hoodie. We literally sold out within a few minutes. The only size we have left right now is probably a large. Trust God is also one of our tremendous hoodies. We have literally stocked thousands of these hoodies. So as soon as you get the restock, make sure you look at your email. If you see it's absolutely hilarious. I never thought that I could find a person or that there would be a person that's not counselable. Counselable. I think that's a word. If it's not, I made it up. I have never seen a person that can just say whatever they want, and no matter how bad they want to get at him, no matter how bad they want to cancel, they can't cancel Dave Chappelle. So Dave Chappelle did a skit on the SNL.
No, they can't cancel Dave Chappelle. And yo, he's my favorite comedian. I even have like some hard copy DVDs of him at the Fillmore, like some of his earlier stuff. I have every episode of Chappelle Show on DVD, and I have the lost episodes from the Chappelle Show. And I realized that immediately, like from his TV show, I'm like, yo, how? And I gave a lot of credit to Comedy Central for even like giving him the platform for that shit. But it was like, how is this dude saying all of this shit, yo? How does he say nigga so many times in a skit? And then he had the one skit called The Niggas. Niggas! And I was like, oh my god, this is like some super groundbreaking shit. Like, this dude is, what the fuck? How is he on air saying this stuff? And then, like, when he left, everybody called him crazy and all that shit. And then he came back, started just doing like random bars and clubs and stuff. And then his Netflix specials, I was like, oh shit. That first one, then he came back saying, oh, the trans community was trying to attack me and all this stuff. Then he did another one, and then the closer. And then he did the stand-up about George Floyd, which really wasn't a stand-up. It was like commentary on the George Floyd incident. And I was like, what the fuck, yo? Like, you can't stop this man. He is I don't know, man. He the fucking GOAT of this shit. And he says things that are so truthful. And then at the same time, he's using the cover of comedy, which has always been used to say the most harsh and disturbing things that we all think about and things that we all know but are taboo to just say in a random conversation. Like, that's the comedian's job. The comedian takes the world as we know it and like presents that shit to us in a different way where we can see how hilarious we are as people in general. And Dave Chappelle has mastered this shit. He has mastered it. And like my man said, you can't cancel this motherfucker. You can't do it. And I already watched this little bit right here he did on Saturday Night Live, and it was fucking hilarious. And he came right at the Jews' necks. But he did it in a way where it's like, I don't know, like you getting mad because I'm telling the truth, basically.
And you know what he's about to say. So I'm gonna make two parts of this video. The first one is about Kyrie, and then I'm gonna make the other one where you talk about Trump, because I can't have it all in one video, but I'll make two different videos. We're gonna talk about Kyrie and Kanye and what he said. Listen, if you are prepared to laugh, then go ahead and watch this video, bro.
I remember it started with a tweet, strange tweet. It was like, I'm feeling a little sleepy. I'm gonna get me some rest, but when I wake up, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And then just went to bed. And Kanye woke up from that nap, he went right to work. A year ago, I'd seen him on a podcast called Drink Champs, a great show. And it was an amazing appearance. Noriega and them were there, the rappers that I love, and they all had their gold chains and stuff on. And Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body. I took my chain and I said, oh, snap. It was a good appearance. It was fun and funny. But when he woke up, he went on Drink Champs again. This time, he was on one. He was mad about something. He said, I can say anti-Semitic things, and Adidas can't trap me. Now what? Adidas dropped it immediately.
Hold on one second, pause it. I just have to pause it just so they don't hit us with the copyright. That was pretty funny. Roll the clip.
Ironically, Adidas was founded by Nazis, and they were offended. I guess the students surpassed the teacher. Kanye got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble. Kyrie Irving posted a link to a movie that he had seen on Amazon. No caption on the post or nothing like that, but apparently this movie had some, I don't know, anti-Semitic tropes or something. And it was some weird title, like From Hebrew to Negro or something. And the NBA told him he should apologize, and he was slow to apologize. And then the list of demands to get back in their good graces got longer and longer, and this is where, you know, I draw the line. I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on black Americans. You just can't. Well, I've been to Hollywood. No one y'all to get mad at me. I'm just telling you, I've been to Hollywood. This was just what I saw. It's a lot of Jews. Like a lot. You know what I mean? You might go out to Hollywood and you might start connecting some kind of lines, and you could maybe adopt the delusion that the Jews run show business. It's not a crazy thing to think, but it's a crazy thing to say out loud in a crowd like this.
I thought I was gonna only make one video and make two videos, but I felt like you need to see the Trump part on this video. So let's play what Dave Chappelle said about Trump.
I'm watching the news now. They're declaring the end of the Trump era. Now, okay, I can see how in New York you might believe this is the end of his era. I'm just being honest with you. I live in Ohio amongst the poor whites. A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it, because I hear it every day. He's very loved. And the reason he's loved is because people in Ohio have never seen somebody like him. He's what I call an honest liar. Well, I'm not joking right now. He's an honest liar. That first debate, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, this whole system is rigged, he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, no, it's not. I said, now wait a minute, bro. It's what he said. And the moderator said, well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence? You remember what he said, bro? He said, I know the system is rigged because I use it. I said, God damn. And then he pulled out an Illuminati membership card, chopped a line of cocaine up and did it right at the podium. No one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, this man doesn't pay his taxes. He shot right said, if you want me to pay my taxes, then change the tax code. But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors enjoy the same tax breaks that I do. And with that, my friends, a star was born. No one had ever seen anything like that. No one had ever seen somebody come from inside of that house, outside, and tell all the commoners, we're doing everything that you think we are doing inside of that house. And he just went right back in the house and started playing the game again.
Now, I can't play all of it. I hope they don't copyright me for that little part. But I wanted you to just see a little bit of the SNL skit from Dave Chappelle, because I love the fact that Dave Chappelle can just say what he want to say. And I think it's funny to make light of things, right? He can make fun of what happened with Kanye. He can make fun of what happened with Trump. And I think that he has subliminal messages within his comedy skit that people, it just goes over people's heads. So I want to say a special shout out for my boy, because other comedians are terrified to do what he's doing. Dave Chappelle is literally, and I don't like everything he say. He said some crazy stuff about Candace Owens. I thought he was a knucklehead for saying it. However, I do think he's willing to say things that nobody else is willing to say. And I'm glad that he's uncancelable, because no matter what he say, they can't get rid of him. He's ended up doing an SNL skit. Remember, they wanted to kill him for what he did with the trans community. And the funny thing about that whole skit was that he had a person who was his friend who was trans, who he allowed to open for him at a performance concert. And I can't say that this is 100% true, but ironically enough, after he did that, this person was bullied, and subsequently that person took their own lives. Look, the irony of it, that he's the one giving a trans person an opportunity, loving on them, making jokes that the trans person liked, but the people are so mad that he used the jokes, they're willing to bully a trans person and cause them to kill themselves, allegedly. That's why I love the fact that Dave Chappelle does these things. He's opened up the wounds that people are having and make you laugh about it. And I think it's tremendous. I cannot wait to watch the rest of it. I tried to just hold it to this point, had my boy Nick cut the clips so I could just watch it for the first time and laugh at it, just like you guys have laughed at it. But I think Dave Chappelle did a really good job with this SNL skit. I love how he pushes the envelope, and hopefully one day he become a Trump supporter and vote for the right side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, comment in the comment section. Do you think that was funny? Do you think it's cool? Would you watch the SNL skit? Or have you watched it and it isn't funny? I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out.
So my wife got me this weird new kitchen knife as a Christmas gift. God, I love her. At first, I thought it looked like a Viking sword because it looked...
Prophet muscle.
Are you not gonna dust him off and say, yo, young blood, come on, let me show you something. Let me protect you. No, they were the first ones to come in. Rip off, these are older blacks, ripping off the talent of younger blacks. Black men are taking advantage of young black talent. We didn't get the fame. We didn't get the Grammy. But we got the soul. What was whack about hip hop? The worst thing, 1979 Sugar Hill Records, is the worst thing that ever happened in hip hop. When Sugar Hill Records came out, a woman named Sylvia Robinson and her husband Joey Robinson, they owned all of rap. Okay. If you could somehow phantom that in your head for a hot minute, there was one record label that had all the top rappers of the day on it, and no other company had that. Had we stuck together, black people would not be in this situation. They say hip hop is a $10 billion culture every year. That's black people money we should be having. But black people rejected us and lost $10 billion a year.
KRS-One rarely goes deep.
$10 billion a year gone. Whole dream of Dr. King gone. Take it up now to Sugar Hill Records. All the greatest hip hop acts are on the label, but they're not getting treated right. Black people are ripping off black people. I say this respectfully because I'm talking about our parents. These are older blacks ripping off the talent of younger blacks, respectfully. KRS, Stop the Rock, Boogie Down Productions, B-Boy Records. Black men are taking advantage of young black talent. B-Boy Records was owned by black people, older black men from the 50s and 60s. You would think, after everything we went through in civil rights, you see a young man coming up, he calls himself Knowledge Reigns Supreme. And he's trying to come up, he's homeless, he's in the street, but he's talking that blackness. And you see he got a crowd around him. And you see he got some little time, you're not gonna dust him off and say, yo, young blood, come on, let me show you something. Let me protect you. No, they were the first ones to come in, rip off me and Scott the Rock for the Criminal Minded album. To this very day, black folks still ripping me off for the Criminal Minded album. To this very day.
So I was one of Jay's best earner. Anytime he needed that beat, boom. You know what I'm saying? So
black people are taking it, they're eating their children. They're eating their children. This is the worst thing to happen to not only hip hop, but to black civilization in the United States. Okay. Now those that are supposed to be representing their people have dropped the ball. Matter of fact, they didn't even drop it, they threw that shit in the garbage. Willfully. They didn't want no responsibility. This is the worst thing to happen to hip hop in modern times. This is the bottom of the barrel. This is it right here. That you would be propped up by your people. Okay. Make millions of dollars on your people. And when you get that money, you buy yourself a Maybach. You give your money to Germans. And I love Berlin. Yeah, I want to go there now. But in the scheme of our conversation, how you giving your money to Germans? They rich. Germans are the richest Europeans. In fact, right, they're the richest Europeans. Okay? Why would you ignorant give your money to a rich person? At least give your money to Spain. At least give your money to Greece. At least give your money to poor countries. This is how magnificent hip-hop was. It produced KRS-One. Hip-hop will never fall on my watch. Never.
KRS-One is right. The older generation gotta pass it on to the young generation. You need to build together instead of putting each other down. Invest in your people instead of material possession. Makinga, please don't use that negative word.
And I knew you, and I had a chance to know you. And since I had a chance to know you, I see what kind of good person.
Wells Fargo has donated $390 million.
Mom, this is one really mine? Honey, like I said, you get your own room.
For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Hopper. Last week when SNL revealed that the host for the next episode would be none other than Dave Chappelle with Black stars and musical guests, the news was met with a divisive response from fans. Multiple outlets will report that some of the staff writers were upset Chappelle was chosen to host the show, especially after the criticism he received when he made several jokes that were considered transphobic in his 2021 Netflix special, The Closer. Well, as planned on Saturday night, Chappelle would return as the host for his third time, and this time he would take aim at the criticism surrounding his known friend Kanye West and NBA star Kyrie Irving. Both men have been labeled to have pushed anti-Semitic views in the recent weeks. Chappelle would first open up with a comment denouncing anti-Semitism before he began his opening monologue. When it comes to Kanye, Chappelle would suggest that the former billionaire isn't well and would explain why he didn't support him right away.
Kanye's got into some scrapes before. Normally when he's in trouble, I pull up immediately. But this time I was like, you know what? Let me see what's going to happen first. That's what I see.
Chappelle would continue his monologue by expressing a few jokes about growing up with Jewish friends and would make a comment about Kanye's infamous Drink Champs interview.
He went on Drink Champs again. This time, he was on one. He said, I can say anti-Semitic things, and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Adidas dropped that immediately.
After touching on Kanye, Chappelle would then share his thoughts on Kyrie Irving, who found himself under fire after sharing a documentary on his Instagram. The documentary, for some, would be laced with anti-Semitic views, in which would leave the NBA requesting an apology to Kyrie, who would take his time in doing so.
Kanye got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble.
At one point in the monologue, Chappelle would attempt to make a note to the Jewish community that despite their unfortunate history, it can't be blamed on Black Americans. Interesting enough, the comment would be met with silence.
This is where, I draw the line. I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on Black America. You just can't. You know what I mean? Thanks to the one person that said it.
Dave would then confirm that Hollywood does have many Jewish people, and it's only crazy if you point it out. As far as the rest of his monologue, he would take aim at this year's midterm elections and, of course, Donald Trump. Before Saturday's taping, according to Page 6, some of the writers would sit out, and Insider expressed they're not going to do the show, but none of the actors are boycotting. D.L. Hughley, who's known for not holding his tongue, took to Instagram to address the controversy over Chappelle hosting. On Thursday, Hughley would post a headline from Baller Alert that read, SNL writers reportedly boycotting Dave Chappelle hosting this week's show. Hughley would then caption, here we go. In case y'all are wondering why some of the greats, some of your favorite comedians for the past 15, 20 years aren't out doing gigs, Exhibit A. I just read an article that said The Office would not survive in today's culture. By culture, I'm sure they mean cancel culture. Hughley's post was met with support from several notable accounts. The Instagram account that represents the late Paul Mooney would say, this is already very funny. The jokes write themselves. He don't need them. Terry J. Vaughn. It was only a few writers. Most were excited to work with him. Pierre. Despite rumors of a boycotting circulating, a rep for Chappelle would share that there was nothing to suggest there was a boycott after a recent writers' meeting. We've seen nothing to support media reports of a writers' boycott. In fact, the writers delivered over 40 sketches for Dave's consideration and collaboration. Just as during Dave's past SNL appearances, you won't want to miss it. The room was full of writers. They all pitched ideas, and they seemed very excited about it. Dave was looking to have some fun. As far as his latest monologue, it would be met with praise, while some media outlets would decide to highlight another perspective, accusing Dave of pushing the same rhetoric as Kanye. Fortunately for Dave, his supporters would be quick to shoot down those claims. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. What's your thoughts on Chappelle's comments on Kanye and Kyrie Irving? And were his comments too harsh? Plus, stay up to date for the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media. And look out for new original content coming to our streaming service at comedyhype.com. For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Hopper.
50% off all Domino's online pizza orders at menu price this week only, which includes right now.
Get early access to Wayfair's Black Friday sale. Save on seasonal decor from $30, washable rugs up to 80% off, and living room seating up to 65% off. Search, shop, and save at Wayfair.
Wayfair, you got just what I need.
yeah, man, this is the dark side of Dubai that nobody talks about. And they wouldn't give me my passport. And so at some point, I really had to escape. That was the only option. Dubai. That's where I am right now, and this city is considered one of the richest cities in the world. It has supercars everywhere, has some of the most amazing and incredible skyscrapers in the world. It has a crazy amount of world record. It has the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. It has Dubai Mall, which is the biggest shopping mall in the world. It has Burj Al Arab, which is this crazy, insane 7-star hotel. It has the biggest fountain show in the world, and on and on and on. There are so many amazing, incredible things in this city here in Dubai. Everybody focuses on the rich side, on the shining side, on the facade of Dubai, but very few people know about the dark side of Dubai. Actually, there are more dark side of Dubai. One of them being, for example, the daughters of the Sheikh, which I'm not gonna talk in this video, but you can research on YouTube and you will find a lot of videos and a lot of information.
I'm making this video because it could be the last video I make. Yeah. So I'm in a villa. I'm a hostage, and this villa has been converted into a jail. All the windows are barred shut. I can't open any window.
For 3 years, the world has heard nothing from Princess Latifa, the missing daughter of one of the world's richest men, Dubai's billionaire ruler, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum.
But that's not the topic of this video, because in this video I want to share my own personal experience, my own personal dark side of Dubai that I lived exactly right here 10 years ago. And so this is not something that I heard about or some stories or some general information. This is like first-hand experience. That's something that I lived on my skin, and I want to share it with you in today's video.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. My art's going places I don't even know about.
I swear, right? That's crazy.
You're like, yo. I'm like, when I saw Maurice's page, I'm like, wait. And January, it is the end of the year, and we didn't even know.
I know, right? And so I was trying to figure out, like, where did he share that from? Like, where did he see it?
Listen, you know what? People be watching not only Black Grayson, like other people, so who knows? And you said your sister bought it?
No, my aunt, one of my aunts bought that painting like years ago, and then I don't know, it's like such a weird coincidence, like with him being in the news and all this, like Marisa just happened to go to his Instagram page, and she didn't tell me she was on the page. She was just like, "Is this your painting?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my painting."
Oh my God.
And she's like, "Oh, this is on Kyrie Irving's page." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." She's like, "No, dead ass serious." I'm like,
the
"What?"
The first one, I think it was like the first image too.
Yeah. So I was like, "Yeah," you just scroll down and it's right there. I'm like, "Well, damn." But he probably didn't he didn't tag any of the other artists in there either. So I don't know if like he just seen some random pictures and like,
but still,
these
like
are cool.
If you have a big platform like that, you should tag people. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, come on, yo. That literally could just go a long way if you just tag somebody.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Anyway, still very cool. Also, before I talk to you about Black Scranton stuff, with the exhibit at the Everhart, I'm not sure what time I agreed to do the thing, like the little artist gallery talk with you. I don't know if you have any insights if that's still happening or not.
I don't know, because Valerie left.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I just saw her out at Jack's Draft House like last Thursday.
Yeah.
But we didn't really talk much because she was like doing her own thing, but
And so when initially, like, Mr. Charles Barber said that, well, you know, Valerie's going to be point on this whole thing, and she's going to, like, head up, you know, everything that follows up and goes with the exhibit. And I'm like, cool, because she seems cool and she seems competent and capable.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. I didn't tell you there. I applied for Marywood, and so
like to teach?
Well, earlier this year, somebody from Marywood reached out to me and saying, "Hey, Mr. Prince, we have a adjunct art professor position open if you want it." And I'm like, oh, what are the qualifications? And they were like, well, you need a master's in fine art, or if you have a bachelor's in fine art and life experience, I'm pretty sure we can accept you on that. And I'm like, well, I don't have either one of those. And it was like, oh, well, we can't offer you the position, whatever. And so I kind of looked into like what it would take to get a bachelor's in fine art, and I don't know. They said it would be a 3-year program and like $36,000 a year, and then I was like, I don't got all that.
Absolutely not.
And so
No.
I don't know. So I just
They're not going to show you anything that you don't already know how to do.
yeah, and so I kind of shelved it for a minute, and then I thought about it again, and so I did go up there and talk to administrations and everything, and there's like honestly, like just with my life experience and everything, they say they can probably fast track me and get me the degree in a year. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, or definitely a scholarship, if anything.
Yeah. And so I haven't really seen anything final yet, but like if they can make it financially feasible for me to get a degree in a year and I don't have to come out of pocket that much for it, I really might do that.
Yeah.
And so I was once I decided to do that, that's when I reached out to the Everhart and just talked to the staff, was like, and that's when Valerie was like, oh, I left the Everhart, and I'm like, okay. And so now I don't know like exactly what is going to happen. Like
I would still ask Charles, the CEO. Be like, yo, listen, I need a letter of recommendation from you. That's the least they can do.
Yeah. Well, no, Valerie said that she said she had a better candidate. So she knows the art history professor at Marywood, and said that she came and visited exhibit and brought some of her students there, and so that lady agreed to write a recommendation letter for me. And
nice.
Yeah, and she was the one who said that, like, honestly, Travis, you're not going to have to take like Art 1 or Art 2. We can just advance you to all the last phase of the course and basically just fast track you.
Yeah.
And if you can just do your English and math and theology and all that other shit, like
the required stuff.
Yeah, so like I said, if they say I can get through this shit in 1 year and I get enough scholarships or grants or whatever to like really pay for that shit, I think I may do it. But if not, like I said, I've made it this far without a degree, so.
For sure. Like, the only good thing it'll do will be allow you to teach or, like, be guest instructor, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll tell you right now, being an adjunct professor is practically volunteer work. You get paid, like, in this area, no more than $2,000 a semester.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. Like, I'm getting top tier of, like, $3,500 a semester when I was adjuncting, like 2017 to 2019.
Oh man.
Yeah, that shit is whack. I mean, it's great for the experience, especially if you want to continue being a teacher, but it does not pay bills by any means. So just as a heads up.
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking too. Like, how easily could I transition that into like a lifestyle that could sustain the way I'm living now. Like I said, I can't make less money than I'm making now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would do definitely some more like workshops and like talks and keep showing your work, things like that for sure. But yeah, good luck. Keep me posted. If you need a letter back from me, just let me know.
Yeah. And so whenever, like I say, I've been talking to Camille, and I need to talk to Charles as well to see like how we're going to move forward with the panel discussion and all this stuff, because nobody is really saying anything. I know I'll be down there Saturday to do the live demo painting workshop this Saturday, and so somebody needs to
I did see that.
Yeah, somebody needs to go ahead and like figure out what the rest of the schedule is for the rest of the year, because this month is almost gone already.
Right. But you're also doing something with at the Marywood Gallery too, right?
That'll be in February though.
Yeah, because they asked me if I could still do a talk or whatever. I don't even really know what that looks like, but it's on my radar. My brain cells like my shambles. I'm just trying to make it day by day. But yeah, I'm on the calendar. Dan was like, hey, Glennis, Mary wants to know if you still want to do this thing in February. And I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, they still need like the logo and like your go ahead and what date. And I was like, Dan, can you just send in the logo? Can you just tell them February 16th and then I'm going to do it? He was like, okay. Because I just literally did not email them back. That was pretty much the only thing.
Damn.
But at the end of this month, it's going to be crazy because I'm on the heels of eviction. I don't know if I'm going to be kicked out of my apartment on the 31st. I don't know if I'm going to be fighting my landlord. I don't know if I'll be able to stay here. I don't know if we're going to be going to court. I literally have zero idea. But I'm just staying 10 toes down until they tell me I can't anymore. Or the police come in here and drag me out of my own apartment. But we shall see how that goes.
Oh, man. But didn't you say you already paid your rent for next month or no?
I did. So that's why I'm like, if you didn't want me here, bitch, send me my money back. Send me my rent back. Like, run that shit back.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. So I'm just like, you are playing with me. Like, you're trying to scam me. You're trying to get over on me. But, like, I know the rules too, bro. And I'm playing the same game you're playing. So, yeah. But in the meantime, I'm still just trying to